Hi, my name is Richard Goodhead. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for the Lucideon Group. So Lucideon is a material science consultancy, and we offer support to organisations that want to take technologies or processes from TRL2 to TRL4, where we're effectively helping organisations prove that something that is deemed to be feasible can move to actually being viable. I think the most significant trend that we're seeing at the moment is a striving for ever-increased performance of materials in harsh environments in what is an increasingly geopolitically turbulent world. The biggest gap is in getting something from a low TRL to a high TRL. Low TRL by definition means something is not yet commercially viable, and that means you need both an organisation that's willing to take the risk to explore it, but you also need an organisation that can help you minimise that risk. That's what Lucideon does. In two ways. They're both driving the demand for novel materials, but secondly, organisations and the industry is becoming more mindful of the overall life cycle analysis of the materials that are being used. So it's not just about performance in service, it's about getting the material in the first place and disposal at the end of its life. Aerospace continues to move quickly, particularly the defence aspects of aerospace, but safety regulated industries such as commercial aerospace or nuclear, relatively speaking, continue to move more slowly because they have to be more conservative because they're more heavily regulated. Digitalization is transforming materials development and performance in two key ways. One would be it can help minimise the design space for the exploration of new materials, meaning that you don't have to develop as many physical materials to actually test. You can do a lot of that in silico. Secondly, computational techniques can be used to optimise the performance of processes through data acquisition and subsequent modelling, and we're seeing both elements. What is key is that the computational techniques are combined with a domain knowledge, equivalent really to an artisan being much more skilled with a tool than an amateur. Then you need to understand how materials work in conjunction with the use of the computational techniques. Indeed, that's why we call our offering IMPACT, which stands for Integrated Material Processing and Computational Techniques. And the "and" is actually key in that acronym. The simple answer is we focus on both and we help our clients in both areas. What is key is in whichever you're talking about that you deploy rational, data-led, scientific expertise to get you to the right answer. I'll share two, one in relation to traditional ceramics and one in relation to advanced ceramics. The traditional ceramics example, one of the things that we helped the client with was getting an efficiency gain through better modelling of how they were loading the unfired products into their kiln. It had been done purely by tradition in terms of how they loaded the products into the kiln. By using digital techniques and actually modelling the heat distribution, we were able to achieve a 4% efficiency gain effectively overnight. The second example I'll use in the advanced ceramics, we were helping a client with the production of a ceramic matrix composite. To produce a CMC, you need to get the fibres into the matrix. The traditional method was known as immersion, which was reasonably effective but led to certain problems with inclusion of bubbles, etc. So we championed and pioneered a novel method of infusion of the fibres into the matrix and arrived at a much better answer and therefore a much better product. I think we do that by combining cutting-edge material science expertise and understanding with an appreciation and understanding similarly of how industry works and working at industrial and commercial clock speed. We're effectively the bridge between academia and industry, and we bring the best of both. We have the cutting-edge expertise that you'd expect to find in academia combined with proper commercial acumen, and we can help bridge that gap between the two. Simply to invest more in R&D, research and development, and ring-fence investment into the future. To use an analogy, when you're faced with a fire that's already burning or putting in place preventative measures to stop the next one igniting, it can be tempting to focus on the former for obvious reasons. But investment in the future is something that will always pay off.